Okay, we have the free F16 module today to mess around with, so we are going to do that. All right, here we go. Starts the aircraft parked on the ramp and ready to taxi. Use the mission for taxiing and learning the cockpit systems while still on the ground. All right, we may or may not even, well, we'll see. Let's start this mission up. Why are we moving forward? That's a problem. What the freak is going on here? Alright, doesn't seem like it's set up at all for my joystick, which is freaking lame. We don't need this kind of shit when we're just trying to check things out.
This is a free flight mission. You may use it to become familiar with basic aircraft handling or just explore the area. There are no threats.
Yeah, unfortunately, throttle is not working whatsoever. Normal controls seem to be working. Not sure if I'm sitting right in this cockpit, but probably am. Alright, adjust controls again. There we go, finally. Alright. Now, where was that wingman? Ooh, I like the view here. There he is there. I think. Let's see if we could rejoin him. Lost him now. Yo, where'd you go? Wingman. Maybe that wasn't him. It's pretty dark in this cockpit here. Let's see if some of the regular commands I'm used to. Nope. Doesn't do anything. It'd be hard to read these suckers. Don't know what's what. Yeah, we're not gonna learn a lot about the controls, I don't think. Interesting how it handles. Wow, you really get a nice view out of this thing compared to the F15. You don't have any crap in your way. You can see back a lot better. What do we have smoking down here? Some... Oh. Why are they already taken out? My wingman be doing some damage there? Actually, maybe that's him on... I don't know what's what. There he is. Is that him? Or are some planes anyway flying around? Maybe they are bombing. They must be. Let's see if we could form up on this guy. We don't lose him again. That's an A-10, I think. Actually hard to see. Assuming that's a stall warning.
Altitude. Altitude.
I don't know how to select weapons or anything whatsoever. which is fine. Just doing a preliminary little check. This beast should be my gears going down. Very nice. Wonder if I should try a quick landing.
Altitude. Altitude.
Nah, not right now. I think we'll get into the next mission. It might show me how to work some of these instruments and shit. More sophisticated stuff in this sucker than we're used to here. Of course. Okay, I was going to try to link up with that guy up there, but forget it. Let's go to the next mission.
In this lesson, we'll go over the basics of landing an F-16 in visual flight rules conditions using a straight-in approach. This will also be useful later for the overhead brake and instrument flight rules landing lessons. I have the lesson paused so we can set the aircraft up in preparation for the approach. Then we'll land the aircraft and shut it down. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, we're going to be on
Start
visual.
by checking your fuel quantity on the fuel quantity indicator. Enough fuel should be remaining to land safely, but too much fuel can lengthen the landing roll and make stopping the aircraft much more difficult. You're fine here, but you may want to burn some fuel off if you return from a mission early. Also, verify no red is visible on the indicator needles that indicate a fuel imbalance. This should be corrected by transferring fuel with the engine feed knob on the fuel control panel before landing. Fuel is automatically balanced under normal conditions, so this should be very rare. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, there's my fuel selector, normal. Fuel, I think that's a fuel. Surprised we found
Next,
it.
verify the landing light switch is in the up landing position. This will make your aircraft easier to see by the tower controllers or other pilots near the airfield, and provide illumination you need in dark conditions. Blaster arm and laser arm switches to off to save the weapon systems. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, everything's off, so at least you could have.
Now verify your attitude references match. The pitch and roll attitude on your HUD, the ADI and standby ADI should agree. Left-click the standby ADI knob to cage and uncage if recalibration is necessary. Then, on the altimeter, verify the current airfield altimeter setting of 2992 is set. You can rotate the pressure setting knob with the mouse wheel to select a new setting if it becomes necessary. Also, verify the altitude displayed on the HUD matches the altitude on the altimeter in both the electrical and pneumatic altimeter modes within plus or minus 75 feet. Set the altimeter back to electric mode when you're done, and press spacebar to continue.
Okay, what I don't know where we're verifying the 4400 with. Let's see. Can we mess with this? Yeah, we can. 2992. Uh-oh. I can't tell if it's on or off. Seems like it just switches back. No idea. So, whatever.
Next, stow the turreting pod camera if installed by selecting the turreting pod control page on the MFD and selecting standby. This is done prior to takeoff and landing to prevent foreign object damage to components. We have no pod installed for this lesson, so press spacebar to continue.
Ah, come on. Why don't you install it so we can do this?
A 2.5 degree glide slope is standard for an F-16 final approach. To measure a glide slope angle, reference the flight path marker on the HUD in relation to the pitch ladder. Now when you're ready, press spacebar and I'll unpause the lesson. After the lesson is unpaused, reduce your throttle and fly through the gates ahead. I'll talk you through the approach as we go.
Let's see. We want 2.5 degree on the glide scope. Not sure where that's going to be. Let's find out what happens.
Verify your airspeed is below 300 knots and lower the landing gear by moving the landing gear control handle down. Do this by clicking on the handle or pressing the G key. The
We're under
trailing edge
300.
flaps will automatically lower as the gear extend. Once the gear and flaps are down, check that all three wheels down lights are illuminated green on the left side of the instrument panel next to the gear handle. This confirms the landing gear are down and locked. An additional pitch ladder at 2.5 degrees will be added to the HUD when the landing gear are extended. You're on glide slope when both the 2.5 degree pitch ladder and flight path marker are placed at the end of the runway. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, landing gear extended. How come I don't see that 2.5 pitch yet? I don't think. Once the gear and flaps are down, did my flaps come down or no? Who knows? When the landing gear are extended. It almost seems like the gear are not. Gear are down, folks. Come on. A little low.
Now open the speed brakes using the switch on your throttle and increase throttle to maintain speed if necessary.
Left
The
shift
slightly
B.
higher throttle setting required with the increased drag from the speed brakes will keep you from constantly bumping against the idle stop on approach. This is also one less thing you'll have to remember to do after touchdown. Press spacebar to continue.
I don't know where are my speed brakes. I don't see them. There they are. Didn't quite hit the button. We're up pretty high. Okay.
Flying through the gates and reduce speed to achieve the on-speed angle of attack of 11 degrees. This is the AOA that will provide the best approach speed and handling characteristics for your aircraft's weight. Use the throttle to adjust your speed and glide path, and pitch trim to adjust your AOA. 2 or 3 clicks of nose-up trim with the trim head on your stick will help maintain you near 11 degrees. As a guide, place the flight path marker on the HUD at the top of the AOA bracket on the HUD. The bracket ranges from 11 degrees at the top to 15 degrees at the bottom. The AOA indexer lies to the left of the HUD frame will differ from other aircraft in that the bottom yellow chevron will still be illuminated when the on-speed AOA is achieved. The AOA indicator at the bottom center of the instrument panel also displays AOA. Use the first part of this approach to practice stabilized on-speed flight.
I thought that was my AOA on the left side,
At
but
this
it
point,
doesn't
you
look
should be
like
on
it.
speed and on glide slope. The
No
2.5
clue.
degree pitch ladder on the HUD and the flight path marker should be placed at the end of the runway. This is
Oh,
the most
there's a
challenging
2.5.
part coming up, so exit the mission and try again if things don't go exactly
I
as
think
planned.
I see the
For now,
2.5.
though, continue on your approach.
AOA is not that thing on the left side. I'm
Now,
not sure.
when we're
I think
over
that's
the
my
overrun,
speed.
the portion of the runway before the primary surface starts, shift the flight path marker forward to a point 300 to 500 feet down the runway. Gently pull back on the stick to flare
Flight
and
path
reduce
marker.
the descent rate, but don't level off. Pull the throttle back to idle and touch down with a maximum AOA of 13 degrees. More than 15 degrees during the landing rollout may cause the speed brakes or
That's
engine
cool.
nozzle to
They give a
contact
nice
the runway,
green
so use
for
gentle
the
stick
AOA.
inputs to avoid over-controlling the aircraft.
It's probably on this HUD somewhere that I'm not even seeing. I think we're a little fast here. Okay, It's looking good, I think. I wonder what I do once I touch down.
Okay, maintain 13 degrees nose up for aero braking until your airspeed is below 100 knots. Use the gun cross and pitch ladder in the HUD as a guide.
Okay.
Reduce backstake pressure and lower the nose wheel to the runway. Open the speed brakes fully and maintain full aft stick for maximum braking effectiveness. Apply moderate to heavy braking to slow the aircraft and maintain track down the center line with the rudder.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay, well done. Continue to taxi down the runway and take the next taxiway to the left. Only engage nose wheel steering when below 30 knots unless it's required earlier to prevent departure from the runway. Now that the aircraft is safely back on the ground, it's time to start powering down systems and preparing for shutdown.
I knew where the nose wheel steering was.
As you taxi. Some airfields also have an arm D-arm area you can pull into to complete the tasks if desired. Press spacebar when you're ready to continue and we'll have a look at those.
I wish I knew where the overhead brake landing. All right. Let's give this one a go.
In this lesson, we'll start on the initial approach for an overhead brake landing. With aircraft handling on approach. Before flying this lesson, make sure you're familiar with the procedures described in the VFR landing lesson.
Kind of
I
are.
currently have the lesson paused. Press spacebar when you're ready to get started. First, let's quickly run through the entire process. I've placed a series of gates that show the flight path used for this technique. As you can see, we're on the initial approach to the landing runway at 1,500 feet above the ground and about 300 knots. We'll brake left over the touchdown point, extend the speed brakes, and perform a level turn until we're flying in the opposite direction. We'll ensure our airspeed is below 300 knots, extend the landing gear, and trim to an AOA of about 11 degrees. We'll continue flying level until reaching a point where the end of the runway is about 45 degrees behind us. We'll bank left, lower the nose, and maintain 11 degrees AOA as we align ourselves with the runway. We'll roll out and fly the rest of the approach exactly as we did in the last lesson.
Alright, it's gonna be tough.
Now that's a lot to digest, so don't expect this to go perfectly the first time, or even the 10th. Each approach is unique with its own challenges due to crosswind, aircraft weight, runway length, and a host of other factors. Use the gates ahead as a guide, but feel free to deviate if necessary. Focus on rolling out aligned with the runway, on speed and on glide slope every time. How you get there is not as important. Now press spacebar when you're ready to give it a shot. I'll talk you through it. Okay, maintain alignment with the landing runway. 1,500 feet above ground level.
It's not working with the speed brakes. What is that massive line? Is that horizon line on the HUD? No idea. $1,500 feet and about 300 knots. A little slow.
We're over the touchdown point, so brake left. Set throttle to about 80% RPM and open the speed brakes. Fly the brake at about 70 degrees of bank and 3 to 4 G. Relax the G as speed bleeds off and keep the flight path marker on the horizon line to maintain a level turn.
Pretty easy with the gates here.
Now roll out opposite the landing heading at about 200 to 220 knots. Extend the landing gear and confirm 3 green gear down indications. Start to reduce speed and trim to an angle of attack of 11 degrees with 2 or 3 clicks of nose up trim. Okay, peek back to the left to check your position. Start the turn when abeam the rollout point. That's about when your wingtip is at the end of the runway when viewed from the cockpit. Lower the nose to 8 to 10 degrees and fly the turn at 11 degrees AOA.
Yeah. Okay.
Now roll out on final and raise the nose to maintain the proper 2.5-degree glide path. The goal is to roll out in line with the runway at approximately 300 feet AGL, 1 mile from the touchdown point.
Problem is I don't have my speed brakes out, which is a problem.
Shift the flight path marker forward to the touchdown point. Gently pull back on the stick to flare and reduce the descent rate, but don't level up. Pull the throttle back to idle and touch down with a max AOA of 13 degrees. Don't exceed 15 degrees or you may scrape the tail. Maintain 13 degrees nose up for aero braking until your airspeed is below 100 knots. Reduce back pressure and lower the nose wheel to the runway. Open the speed brakes fully and maintain full aft stick for maximum braking effectiveness.
Yeah. Well, not bad considering I couldn't get the speed brakes out.
Yeah, nice job. Engage nose wheel steering when below 30 knots and take the next taxiway to the left. That can be tough to get right, so feel free to restart the mission and try again. Remember,
And
the
crash.
course is just a guide, and the path will vary depending on conditions and your own technique. You can end the lesson now by pressing escape or taxi button on your own.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, shit. I didn't know. Ah. So you can hold the key down to open it more.
Turn at 11 degrees AOA.
Not sure why I lost so much power there. I almost lost it. I guess with the speed brakes out, and I have them out fully.
Now roll out on final and raise the nose to maintain the proper 2.5-degree glide path. The goal is to roll out in line with the runway at approximately 300 feet AGL, 1 mile from the touchdown point. Okay, shift the flight path marker forward to the touchdown point. Gently pull back on the stick to flare and reduce the descent rate, but don't level up. Pull the throttle back to idle and touch down with a max AOA of 13 degrees. Don't exceed 15 degrees or you may scrape the tail. Maintain 13 degrees nose up for aero braking until your airspeed is below 100 knots. Reduce back pressure and lower the nose wheel to the runway. Open the speed brakes fully and maintain full aft stick for maximum braking effectiveness.
Okay, that was a lot better with the full speed brakes open.
Yeah, nice job. Engage nose wheel steering when below 30 knots and take the next taxiway to the left. That can be tough to get right, so feel free to restart the mission and try again. Remember, the gates are just a guide, and the path will vary depending on conditions and your own technique.
Need to
You can
know
end the lesson now by pressing escape or taxi to parking on your own.
how to gauge the stupid nose wheel steering. Speed brake. Can I switch that from here too? No. No, we'll just stop here. At least we didn't crash. Good enough. This will probably be difficult. However, let's give it a shot. Hell. I'm hoping I'm on the right channel. Tanker. Assume that's him up there. Not used to this line straight across my HUD like that. I think these symbols are showing me something useful. Yeah, definitely. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna have any instructions for this. Definitely controls a lot different than the F-15, as expected, really. Better slow down here. I knew we'd overshoot. That guy might be fueling right now. Alright, we'll just drop in behind a little bit. And we're gonna ask this guy to refuel.
Arco 1-1, Colt 1-1, request rejoin.
Colt 1-1, Arco 1-1, chicks in tow, 1 mile trail at 23,000.
Okay, not sure how I do that, but whatever you say. That guy's breaking off. These contrails, a little heavy on the contrails here. That guy's breaking off too. Okay, interesting. I don't know how to lock this guy up, so I'm not going to really be able to maintain the 1 mile.
Bingo. Bingo.
Oh shit. Yeah, not good that I'm on bingo fuel. I'm assuming his speed's around 300. But I don't know for sure. We're gonna be able to see shit with these contrails? Doesn't look like it.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
Alright. Slow it down. Shit. It's hard to slow this sucker down. I mean, I'm on 0 throttle here. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Do not want to climb much. Alright, we'll slot in behind him again. Wow. It's really hard to slow down on the suck. Okay, we're gonna assume he's at about 250 actually.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
He's faster than 250.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
No, don't blow by him again. Come on. Okay, it's at about 275, I'm gonna guess here.
Ready for contact.
Now, I don't even know where the...
Clear contact.
Ooh, that's good. I have no idea where the fuel thing is. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know how to open the fuel. I think it's behind the cockpit. I think it's right in here. But you would think the controls for it would be right here, but they're not. So I do not know how to open it. So we're not going to be able to take on fuel. Although this is a lot easier than the
Return free
F-15.
contact.
I could tell if I knew how to open the damn fuel slot, I'd probably be able to get in here. Let's see if we'll just pretend it's behind me here. I could be wrong on it being easier. But yeah, this does seem easier. I'm able to really come in here nice and slow. I don't see the lights yet on the belly, but it would be something like this. How come I don't see the lights? Probably because I'm not forward enough, although it looks like I am. Let's go a little more forward, see if... I don't see any lights.
Ready for contact.
Cleared contact.
Okay, there they are. We just don't know how to open the fuel thingy here, so we're screwed, pretty much. But yeah, I have a lot better small control here.
Return free contact.
I know we passed them, and that's the end of this. Let's quit. Close. Instant action. I think we'll have to leave. What's available on Nevada? Pretty much the same thing. That's pretty cool. Air to ground guns. Now, try some of this stuff a little later. That's it for this video.